Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Manifesting Your Desires. I am Antonio checking in. And like I said, right now, we want to focus on the no fap, semen retention. I think I always do that, and I hope they didn't mess up the sound. But we really want to focus on no fap before we get to the semen retention because I realize that a lot of guys, squander away their sexual energy. A lot of guys, just maybe not even guys, maybe just humans in general don't fully know what to do with or even how to harness that sexual energy and direct it towards, something useful. Now, like I say, I'm definitely an advocate for if you're in a relationship or whatever your situation ship is, if you're having some meaningful sexual energy exchange with another human, then you know that it is an amazing thing. But even still with being in a relationship, you know, you might tend to go off and masturbate and watch porn. Like I said, I don't honestly think it's nothing wrong with masturbating per se, because in most of my videos I talked about or spoken on briefly, there is a thing called mindful masturbation, but I don't think a lot of people are mentally mature enough to explore that topic without, I guess, steering towards a lustful mindset, if that makes sense. But I can't really speak for the women, but for the guys who are, struggling with, just simply putting down masturbating and porn, because those two combinations are pretty, lethal to your advancement as a man. I will honestly say. Like I said, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm only speaking to those individuals who, want to elevate and go to the next step of life, and they feel like they may be struggling with their sexual energy, not knowing what to do with it. Because I think that's more so the issue. It's not actually the act, it's the the ability to not be disciplined on knowing what to do with the sexual energy, because we are humans and we will get aroused. It's just that every time you get aroused, that doesn't mean to, you know, do what you do. But if you are on this journey and you do slip up, whether you're on a semen retention, no fap, but this video is more towards no fap. Don't beat yourself up. You are human, and you got to think that. I don't know how long you watching this, how long you've been struggling with masturbating, watching porn. You just got to know that if you slip, because it's human nature to slip, don't beat yourself up. Get back up. It's a journey. Just because you slip 1,000 times, it's still a journey. You still got to get back up, and you still got to get out here, and you still got to make the most of it. Because as a human, not just sexual emotions, but everyday emotions are hard to steer and control, or not even control, to just learning how to deal with them, whether it's being overly angry or overly excited or overly generous, or overly whatever the situation may be, dealing with your emotions. It's a lot to deal with, and sometimes tension can build up so much that release a sexual release is the only thing that can come to mind. Now there are times when sex, I honestly feel, is amazing, especially if it's done, I don't want to say with the right partner, but when everything is aligned. Because I'm not here to tell you who is the right partner or what are the right partner qualities, but I'm definitely here to tell you that sex is an amazing thing. We are humans. We have been given the ability to procreate. So don't beat yourself up out here when it comes to overcoming, not even just no fap, masturbating and porn. Like when it comes to, disciplining your finances, or overcoming certain things in your relationship, or just being a better person in the house, out the house, at work, in your community, just even behind the scenes, because it's a integrity thing. It's the ability to, do it when no one is watching. The ability to do it when you're not even telling nobody you're doing it. And those are the amazing qualities that once they are instilled in you, you have a solid foundation. So a lot of people may think that no fap, semen retention is a bunch of he say, she say, bunch of like, yeah, whatever, but it's not. And it's hard to explain what you experience sometimes. Only those people can relate to you that's on a similar path, a similar journey. And that's why I'm here to, encourage others, because part of me have been through that journey. Part of me have realized like, okay, that don't feel all the way right. And I know, being that in life it is a collective conscious, that it's other people out there that's feeling the same way. It's just they may be a little deeper into what they do. So I'm only here to encourage you guys, because, like I say, I have experienced porn. I have experienced masturbation or masturbating, but quickly I realized like this just don't feel. It just, I don't know. As a for me, I'm not saying nobody else. For me, it was times when I would watch porn or even masturbate, and you just feel an emptiness. Now, when I was younger and I just had like a crazy amount of sexual energy, my teens, is like you'll have sex and still go home and rub one out, all those crazy things. But as I began to grow, I wouldn't say get older. As I began to grow, it's like it just, I don't know, it was an emptiness. And I saw it before it got out of control, because I've read stories where, or even been on forums and seen other YouTube, like people was like how people watch sports, or people go to the bar, people go to the club. It's groups of people out here that watch porn like somebody watch sports, that masturbates like an athlete works out. And it was like, whoa, how could you even bring yourself to that? Like, and I can see how that would, like, it will eventually bring a man down, just squandering his sexual energy. And once you become, or once you enter a certain maturity of your masculine frame, it's certain habits and certain desires that you just like, nah, that ain't it. But if you keep bringing those desires and habits on to the next frame of manhood, which you probably won't reach, but you just gonna keep building yourself a bigger hole. So you definitely got to take accountability. But more so than anything, just don't beat yourself up. If you know wholeheartedly that you're on this journey to become a better individual, to overcome your desires, your habits, to transmute your energy, because that's what it really boils down to. It boils down to being able to, take your energy and direct it towards, a dream or goal, or just whatever you want to do in life. It's a form of alchemy. It's a form of real mental alchemy, being able to take your energy and, like I say, just simply direct it. It sounds easy, and at times it is easy, but it's always work to be done, because just when you think you got it, it's always another level to overcome. It's always something to transmute, if that makes sense. So, like I said, I'm here to encourage. As I just come across different topics, different thoughts, I make content around it. Sometimes I might research and go in depth on certain things, but I just really want to motivate and inspire, particularly individuals, but more so just the fellas to, become better. And the thing about this journey, you have to have a destination. You have to have a goal, because if you don't, then it's like you're just gonna be doing it for really mundane, animalistic purposes, and that's not the goal. But if that's your goal, then whatever, let it be. I'm just here to, like I said, or they say each one teach one. We gotta uplift each other because I feel like as men we gotta all do better. We gotta reclaim our masculinity and not let society define us as a man. I'm not gonna hold you guys too long. I really appreciate you guys watching this. If you guys want me to touch on a certain subject, if you guys want to chop it up with me, just hey man, hit me up in the comments. I'm here. I'm open. It is what it is. You feel me? And I really appreciate y'all watching this. And until next time, y'all already know. Peace out.